Can you see?
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? We got this going. We finally got it going.
I
And
know, right?
okay, and I apologize for yesterday, the mishaps and the misunderstandings.
It's fine. We know stuff
Mhm.
happens.
Exactly. But we gonna make it happen. Good
For
morning,
sure.
everyone out there. They tuning in. They coming on. Look like you up and about.
I am stuck in this damn Atlanta traffic. I should have been up.
uh-huh. Good morning, Virgil. Yeah, we got a few folks out here. For you guys that don't know, today's topic and our special guest, today's topic is what makes a relationship solid, the do's and don'ts. And our
My
special
Lord.
guest, and our special guest, as everyone out there knows, is Mr. Infamous Snowman. hey,
Yes.
hey, you got all kind of titles. You the racer, you the ground pounder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once I master this subject right here, I'll be on, Ava.
Okay, exactly. But you're doing an awesome job at it. You know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to bring you on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. Definitely a lot of
E-
work.
exactly. And like I was discussing the other day with a friend of mine. It's all about compromising communication. Those first two things, if you master those two things, you'll end up being solid.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And I've had to learn.
Mhm.
I've had to learn that over time, and in the relationship, in the marriage that I'm in now, that's definitely two key things that you have to do. And I wasn't good at either one of them. I'm just keeping it real.
Exactly. And and that's, but see, you wanted to work at it. That's the part right there. And
Yes,
did what you need to do to make that change to make it happen.
yes, and that was a very very big step and a big change for me, coming from where I come from and being in the streets and doing whatever I wanted to do. That's because it was just me. I didn't have nobody else to consider, and that's a real big too. So
Mhm.
so with that being said, I had to change a lot of stuff, and that's the most of the problem with men and women. We don't want to change. Not saying change as a person, but your ways. You got to change your ways. Um, yeah, you definitely got to change your ways. And a lot of us get uncomfortable when it's time to change your ways, especially when you set in your ways. And believe it or not, coming into a relationship without an open mind is going to be a disaster anyway.
See there? That part right there. Exactly. And I got one of the people out there is saying in honesty, you got to be honest.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, hell yeah. And see, that's
Mhm.
one thing that I do. What I think that I love about myself is I've always been honest and straight up. I Everybody tell me what comes to my mind comes out my mouth. So the only thing that I hate about me being as honest as I am, you hear a lot of people, a lot of men, a lot of women say, keep it real, tell them the truth, keep it
Mhm.
100. And then when they get somebody that's 100 and tell them the truth and honest, they can't handle the truth and don't like it. So
See
then
there?
they will say, oh, you don't care what you say. You don't care about my feelings. You don't care. Well, damn, you told me to be honest. You wanted somebody that was honest. Now you got somebody that's honest. Now you don't want me to be honest. Which one is it? So people,
Mhm.
when women and men, when you ask somebody to be honest with you and you want honesty, you got to be willing to accept the honesty and the truth when they tell you or talk to you about anything. So if you don't want to know the truth, like I always tell my wife or anybody, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Because I
Exactly.
just believe that's the easiest way, because if you always tell the truth, you don't have to tell no lies. It's easy to remember the truth, but it's hard to remember lies, because you have to keep telling lies and lies and lies to keep covering up lies. So I just opt to tell the truth, and it is what it is. Fuck it. If you don't want to be with me no more after I tell you the truth, or you don't like me no more, then it is what it is.
There it is.
I
There.
just
That
think
part
I
right
just
there.
think that's the best way.
Mm-hmm. And I put that up the other day. Truth is a hard pill to swallow for most. You know what I mean? It's a hard. They
Yep.
want it, but they can't swallow it. You know what I said? They want that pill of truth, but they
Yeah.
can't swallow it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a
And
big pill to swallow.
yeah, and I think as a woman on my end, I think we got to learn how to be submissive and stop the independent thing, especially when you get into a relationship and a marriage. It ain't no more I'm independent. You know what I
Right.
mean?
See, and I'm let me talk about that for a second, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Independent women, that's great. We love y'all. We admire that. We want you to be independent. We want you to succeed in whatever you do. We want you to have the best of the best. And it's all good if you're independent and you can do it on your own. But at the same time, most women, when they become independent, they think they think they're still independent when they get in a relationship and in a marriage. Well, they fail to realize that you're not independent no more. You're with someone. So it's the both of you. It's us and we now, not just
Exactly.
you. So
Mm-hmm.
it frustrates the black man, or it frustrates any man, when he is dealing with a woman that is so-called independent, or strong black woman, entrepreneur woman, whatever the case may be. We get frustrated because they tend to not want you to be the man, or allow you to be the man in the relationship. They want to run the relationship like it's their business or whatever they was doing to become independent, and they just want to allow the man to be the man in the relationship, as far as whether it be I want to take care of this part in the relationship. I want to do this in the relationship. I want to do. The independent woman thinks she's supposed to do everything, and that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to do everything, what the hell you want a man for? Or what do you need a
That
man
part.
for? Do you just want him to blow your back out and that's it? Or do you want a man that's gonna take care of you, cater to you? And when I mean take care of, that don't mean financially or all this other stuff. That means all around the board. Whether it's if you need your shirt or your clothes or something ironed because we're in a rush and you need to get somewhere. I mean, all the little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That
Exactly.
all the little stuff that a man wants to do for a woman, independent woman don't allow them to do that or be that. They feel like they got to be in charge or take charge of everything. You don't give a man a chance to be a man. So in
Right.
turn, that starts to make a man feel. You never want to make a man feel less than a man, because at some point he's going to start holding resentment towards you, and he's going to stop liking you. He's going to stop loving you the way he did when y'all first met. So women, you just got to know that's a real fine line. You got to be, matter of fact, and you got to trust that man. If you don't trust that man to be your man and be a man, why did you even start fucking with him? Because if you want to be independent, just be independent. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because all a woman, an independent woman, from my point of view, if you just so independent, so strong, and you don't need a man, I don't want a man, this, that, and that. Well, at some point you're gonna get tired. Those batteries gonna wear out,
Mm-hmm.
and the cost of those batteries get real high. So everybody want companionship. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody wants companionship at some point in their life.
Exactly, exactly. And I totally agree with you. I think the woman is supposed to be the backbone to the man and push that man forward and push him ahead and let him lead. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you can't trust him to lead you, you don't need to be with him. Period. You
That
know.
part right there. And
And
that's
I
another thing. I like that point you hit on, Ava. And see what a lot of women don't realize, and some do, and I've come to realize this too. In a relationship, believe it or not, the woman is the strongest person in the relationship. Not taking nothing away, not saying that men are strong, but women are stronger when it comes to emotions and the mentality, and they, for some reason, they can bear more than the man can bear, as far as stress levels. For example, I'll use this. In a relationship, a woman, she puts up with a lot. She forgives a lot. She take us back when we fuck up. A man, we can't do that because we're not there.
Good morning, Laura. You missed the first part, which was awesome with Snowman. And I think he touched on a lot of things men don't admit to when it comes to relationships. And then he also touched on women being independent. And then he also gave women a compliment that that they need us to be strong because we are the backbone, and they need us to always be there to push us up and lead and help, let them lead, but push them into the right direction. Good morning, Queen. Okay, there we go. Now, you guys, and we apologize for that. But sometimes it is, it's like nothing you can really do.
Damn, okay. I'm back. Dang.
It just like kicked us both off.
Yeah, I'm not good with this type of stuff, but I figured it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So where do we leave off, Ava?
You were talking about you were giving women they props on being strong and being that backbone.
Yeah, like I was saying, in the relationship, the woman, to me, in my personal opinion, is the backbone. And I'm straightforward. I'm an open book. In my relationship, my wife is the backbone. I don't know how she do it. She wear a lot of hats, but I don't do well with stress and doing all that ripping and running and making sure this happen, that happen. I just can't do it. I ain't got the patience. And that's where I suffer at in our relationship. I don't have no patience. And that's something that I'm working on, and it's a work in progress. But the women keep everything together. I don't know how y'all do it, but y'all do it. And a lot of men probably don't give y'all enough props for it, but I want to give y'all props for it. And I give props to my wife for being as strong as she is, because I know I'm a piece of work. But the women, what makes a man feel good and makes a man want to go to the end for y'all is just that simple thing right there. It's all about how you treat him. You pushing him up. You telling him he can do it. You're encouraging him. When he's down, you lift him up. When you're trying to reach the higher heights as a couple, you're supposed to get there together. You can't leave one behind then say, I'll be back to get you. No, it don't work like that. Y'all have to come up together, and you never forget where you come from. See, a lot of times, whether it be the man or the woman, when they reach their goals and get wherever they want to be, they forget about the man, and the man sometimes forget about the woman. But what you can't do is forget about that y'all was in the grind together. Y'all started from zero to get to where y'all at. That's where we can't lose focus at. And a lot of times when one or the other do that to one or the other, It causes problems. It causes, doubt, untrust,
Mm-hmm.
make you feel like they're untrustworthy. They don't have your back no more. Um, you don't forgot about them. So all those doubts start to seep in. So at all times, you got to make sure your man or woman feels comfortable and confident and trust you no matter what at all times. And I think that's the key to the golden gates right there as far as elevation in a relationship and being together forever on that topic.
Exactly. Exactly. And I totally, and I want to touch back on what you said. People got to remember it's not no more me and I, it turns into we, you know. And that part right there, if you can start to figure that out in your relationship, you'll succeed because it's a team. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got it, I got it. If it's got to be a team. And like you
Exactly.
said, and that's where you grow together, and as you grow, you will learn each other more as well. And in growing, you got to communicate. I'm telling you, that's a main key.
Yes, that communication is a main key, and I suffered at that for a very, very long time. And my wife, she hung in there. She's the one that really taught me communication because I didn't even have no clue of what communication was, being that I had been single for so long and just doing whatever I wanted to do. And coming from the streets, my communication is if you call my phone, you only got about 30 to 45 seconds to talk. I've never been a phone talker. I never stayed on the
Hmm.
phone. I wasn't used to where you at, where you going. Why didn't you call me and let me know where you were? Why didn't you call me and let me know you was okay? Why didn't you call me and let me know? I wasn't used to that. I was just, and that used to frustrate her, and I never understood why till later on. But communication is a big key. You gotta communicate with your partner. If you don't communicate, you never know. You both are going in different directions. You don't know what's going on with her. She don't know what's going on with you,
Hmm.
and depends on how strong or how stable the relationship is. The relationship is. It causes doubt, like I was saying. It may cause trust issues. It may cause, how women are. They mind go 1,000 ways a minute. A man
Hmm.
mind, his mind don't work like that unless he starts to feel like the woman. See, the woman is mostly the communicator, so the man is almost always comfortable because you guys always let us know what y'all doing, where you at, where you going. In most cases, well, all the good women. I don't know what the other women do, but mine does that, and
Hmm.
we get comfortable with that, but we don't return that. So that causes frustration on the woman part because it's like I was saying, I wasn't a good communicator, and I'm getting better at it now. But that's a big key. You gotta communicate. There's not nothing wrong with communicating because I used to think, well, I'm the man. I ain't gotta communicate. That's some sissy shit. She don't need to know this. I ain't gotta tell her all this and that. But if you want the relationship to work and want her to feel comfortable at all times, which will keep you from getting a headache by her aggravating you and nagging you and calling you all the time, it's best just to communicate off the rip and things will be a lot smoother.
Hmm. And then you know what else too? I know ladies and men, the guys out there. I also said for a woman to lift, it's our job to lift a man up, but also a man should continue to do the things he did when he was dating and trying to get you. And when I say that, like telling you, oh, you look nice, you're beautiful and stuff. Because sometimes we tend to get relaxed once we get in a relationship and we stop doing those things that got the woman or got the man. And I think you have to continue that.
Yes,
And a lot of
that is definitely true too, Ava. And like I said, y'all, I'm just being honest and real with y'all. I only know one way, and that's stuff that I still work on to this day. You got to remember, as long as you're in a relationship, there's always room for growth, and there's always room to learn. Once you feel like you can't learn nothing else, you can't grow no more, then it's over. But
Mhm.
you 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 got to do that. You got to tell your woman she looks beautiful. You got to do all the things you did to keep her. I learned that from the old school guys. And women, you got to do the same thing. Whatever attracted that man, whatever you did to attract that man to make him want to be with you, make him want to marry you, or whatever the case may be, you got to continue to do that. You can't change on a man. See, and men, we can't change on the women either. So that dating process, I feel like you should date the whole time. Even if you're married, you got to still act like you're dating. You still got to do all the wild shit, you know, all the spontaneous shit. You got to do all that stuff to keep the fire going. Don't get so caught up in whatever you're doing, whether it's your business, your job, or your money, or your whatever, and forget about what brought you guys together and what made y'all like each other and love each other and what was fun about each other and what attracted you to each other. See, all that stuff, you can't let that stuff waver, because if you let it waver, the relationship starts to get weak and stale, and then y'all know how it goes. If you stop doing what you was doing, they start straying away and going and looking for whatever you're not giving somewhere else. And most of the time, that be the reason for that.
Exactly. And I think that's when the cheating starts, you know, because you're not doing all the things that you was doing in the beginning. And that, you know, mentally, sexually, spiritually, all of that. You have to continue it. You know, when you was dating him, you was keeping yourself up, hair was done, you was always fly. Now he come home, you're in a robe with the bonnet on your head, you know, looking crazy. you know, so
yeah,
hey, ladies, greet him at the door with some high heels,
You know what I'm saying? I know
with a
my
little
wife,
bit with a string on.
You know what I'm saying? I know my wife gonna get mad, but she had these horse pajamas. We had horses that she used to come to bed. I said, man, if you don't take that shit off, I took them horse pajamas and threw them in the trash. She probably don't know where they at to this day.
But see there, exactly. And you know, and then too, what I think guys have to do too, buy your woman or your wife things that you want to see her in, so she'll know. Okay, so she'll know what she's doing right. Yeah, I like that on you. You know, if you don't tell a woman something she don't know,
Right.
you know, because I mean that's just like with hair. When we get our hair done, if you don't compliment us, you're like, oh, he didn't like it. You know, that's when we get back to the communication. And men
back to the
tend to not do that a lot. You know, they don't. You know, women. I'm telling you, men, we love compliments. We if you don't, because we don't know what you want. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing that I like, that I do like, and I love about my woman and women in general, you guys will say something to that effect. If we're not doing something or stop doing something, y'all will throw a few hints or say, hey, you don't even comment. You didn't even say you like my hair. You didn't even say you like these shoes. So, guys, we got to pay attention to the signs when they say it. So, you know, and that goes back to the communication, like Ava said. Always compliment your woman. Always, you know, tell her she look good, she look nice. I do it, but I feel like I don't do it as often as I should. So I got to work on that as well. It's always about self-improvement and always looking in the mirror. So I know I got a lot of work to do, but you don't want nobody else making her smile or complimenting her all the time, and you're not, you know. So
yeah, because I had put up a post about the work husband. As soon as you walk in the door at work, you're like, oh, you look nice today. I like that dress. I like those shoes. Oh, your hair. And you done just left home. Your husband hey, he ain't even kiss you goodbye. Then here come the work husband, grinning. you know.
Yes,
so
indeed.
yeah, I know our time is coming short, but I wanted to touch also on what's going on with you and your pounding and stuff like that. Do you got anything coming up? Did you hear me? I know we broke up a little bit there.
You said the time is getting short. Is there
Yeah, I
anything
said
else you want to hear?
I know our time is getting. Yeah, I wanted to see what you got going. You pounding anywhere, or what's going
Yes,
on?
of course. That's mandatory. Pounding to AZ
Mm-hmm.
this month, the end of the month for Soul Brothers. We'll be out there, and we'll be racing out there too. So then we got Huntsville, Alabama, around the 10th. I'll be going there. So yeah, it's that time. Got to get that ground
Exactly.
pounding in.
Yeah, like they say, the spring is coming, ladies. Get them sundresses ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So you gonna get the racing going again, huh?
Yeah, we working on that this year. We're gonna get back in the streets with that. We're also gonna do a real big race at the track this year on Rare Breed Weekend. Myself,
Okay.
Hammer, Street Kings, Allen at Spare Change Racing. We putting on a hell of an event this year. We trying to get the Commerce track right now as we speak. So we getting our
Okay.
little monies and everything together, and we got to sit down and talk to these good white folks, like Sales say, and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be
Yeah.
seeing me across
So
all the
you guys heard
interstates
it.
and highways and byways all year. My motorcycle, when I start, I take my kickstand off, and I don't put it back on until December, January.
Exactly. Exactly. So you guys heard it. He announced where you can see the intimate snowman. He'll be in AZ. Then he turned around and they gonna do the thing up in Atlanta, and that's in September, that Memorial Day weekend, correct?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day. That's right. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Labor Day
So
in
so
September.
everybody plan
Mm-hmm.
to stay till Monday because everybody off on that Monday. We're gonna do the races at the track on Sunday. So, it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
big. We're gonna have live entertainment. We're gonna have the best of the best foods out there, the best of the best. Everybody's gonna get the race. We don't give a damn if you just got off the highway and you got an 88 or 96. You can get on the track and race your bike or do whatever you want to do. It's open to everybody. We're not gonna be selective.
Hey, Punchy on our feed, he said, "Man, get the fuck out of here. That punk motherfucker ain't going nowhere. He been washed up."
Fucking skinny ass ain't going nowhere. Actually, I'll be seeing him in a couple weeks. Don't pay Punchy no attention, Ava.
And for the
Fuck
people
Punchy.
out there don't know, and for the people out there don't know, Snowman is one of the original ground pounders. What they called it yonder. He put that out there.
Yes, indeed.
So for the ones that don't know, hmm hey, he put the Y in yonder.
You better believe it.
you know.
I all want to say,
Yeah, because I think because for a few years you won the trophy, right? For a few years you were taking the
yes,
trophy for the
indeed.
pounding, right?
Yes, ma'am. I got a basement full of trophies on ground pounding from way back when nobody wanted to even go across country. They thought I was crazy. But now it's a beautiful thing because everybody's doing it, and I love it.
Exactly. Wait a minute. Punchy said, "Nigga, I'm fat." he said, he did. He said that nigga was a ground pounder. He's married now and washed up.
What Punchy say?
Punchy ain't got no sense. You hear what I said?
What Punchy say?
He said He said that nigga was a ground pounder. He's married now and washed up.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. When you make that step, you gotta have balance. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it took away from my ground pounding for a little while, but I'm back.
See there? Uh-huh. Hey, what they say, see you in a state near a state near you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've did every state in America probably 5 or 6 times.
See
I
there?
can't remember.
That part there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But,
Hey, Scribble said, Mr. Straight Through.
yeah, that's punchy. Straight from California to Atlanta. He ain't doing nothing extra. You know that mole on his motherfucking nose get heavy. So it's hard to hold his head up with that helmet on.
What's the name of that powder that you use?
I don't use it. Them no ride niggas use it. That monkey butt.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I ain't putting nothing on my ass.
I remember that year. Who was that? That was what's his name? He was like, here, you need this. Oh man, I can't think of it. The boy with the restaurant. I can't think of his name.
Or Sale?
I think it was Sale. Yes.
Yeah,
Punchy said straight through, no extras. Yeah. All right, you guys. This is our second video, huh?
I just want to tell you thank you, and I appreciate you. You know, thinking enough of me to have me on your call, and you value my opinion. And I also want to say thank you to everybody out there who's been fucking with me and rocking with me forever, and supporting me in everything that I do and done. And I thank my haters too. I thank y'all, and God bless y'all. And I want y'all to be prosperous too in whatever you do. And I just want to say thank you, everybody.
Yes, and I thank you for coming on. I know we had our technical difficulties yesterday, but we worked it out, you know,
yes,
and we did what we needed to do. And for you guys that just came in late, you got to go back. We got 2 parts to the video. We got a first part and we got a second part. And I really appreciate it, Snowman. You kept it 100 when it came to the relationship, you know, because a lot of people don't, you know, yeah, man, you know, but they think, oh, that make me look like a little sissy or punk if I say this, I do that. But you kept it 100. And Punchy calling you crying. He said you better stop crying.
Fuck Punchy. And last but not least, I want to give a big shout out to my wife for putting up with me and making sure I'm always good and having my back and just being the strong woman that you are. I appreciate you. Salute. Love you.
Yes. And tell her I said thank you. And I'm going to have her on for the women to show how you can be an entrepreneur. And you know what I mean? Because she has done it. She has done it. So she can talk about what she did to make it and be successful as she is as well. So let her know I will be getting with her. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Snowman. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in AZ.
For sure.
In a few weeks. All right. Keep it pounded. All right. Thank you.
We love y'all.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until next week. Love you guys. Bye.